I think Americans really show their ignorance when they say they want their politicians to be honest. What are these fucking cretins talking about? If honesty were suddenly introduced into American life, the whole system would collapse. No one would know what to do. Honesty would fuck this country up.
Howdy everybody, Colorado Biker again, and we're out for another walk. Yep, this time we're doing a long walk. We're doing the 3.5 mile because, well, the snow is melting and it's a nice day out. It's almost 50 degrees up here at 10,000 feet above sea level. So anyway, we've been doing this a bit more recently for obvious reasons, because the plague is keeping everyone at home, except for me. So I got furloughed from my motorcycle job, and now I'm going back to work for a friend that I used to work for in the winter time when I wasn't doing the motorcycle thing. I am working repairing medical equipment, hospital equipment, sterilization, whole bunch of stuff, operating room lights, tables, ventilators, all the other stuff that's essential. So I've been working for him off and on for the past week, and it pays pretty good, and it's work, which I am fortunate to have. So I'm happy to have it. Believe me, it's not the best job, but hey, it's better than nothing. So anyway, today's video, I wanted to talk about something that I find quite disturbing, and that is there's a lot of people that are not vetting their sources. They're not looking at their media with a skeptical eye, and they're basically being, well, propagandized to, especially by a lot of the major media outlets. And this goes for all sides of it. It's not just one side or the other. Ooh, it's getting windy. It's not just one side or the other. Okay, it's both sides. They're both propaganda outlets, left, right, whatever you want to call it. Okay, it is propaganda. Whether it's Fox News or MSNBC or any of the others, it is propaganda. Okay, please keep that in mind whenever you are watching any of the major media outlets now. Okay, all they're in it for is to earn a buck. And how do they earn a buck? By getting advertisers. And advertisers go with those with the best viewership. How do they get the best viewership? With propaganda, with hyperbolic statements and extremism and things like that, which is what we see on both sides. Okay, we see one side saying the world is about to end. We see the other side that says everything is fine, we need to reopen up the country and everything. Well, neither is completely right. Okay, although this is a huge problem and it is a bad virus, it is bad. Okay, and it's not quite as bad as some are making it out to be. Also, there's others saying that it's nothing at all, it's like the flu, all that. No, that's bullshit too. The more we learn about this, the more we understand it, the more we realize what it's really like, what the virus is capable of, who's at most risk, things like that. Okay, as for myself, I'll watch all the outlets as much as I can, but when I do so with a very skeptical mind. Okay, I don't believe either of them or any of them. Okay, what I've been doing recently is I've been doing my own research on the virus. Okay, and right now, at numerous media, other than media, numerous scientific journals are putting the information out there for free on COVID-19, on the plague. Okay, a lot of them, oh, you got tangled up, come here, moron, there you go. A lot of them are putting the information out for free. Okay, my good sources that I like to read on, okay, are PubMed, PUBMED.gov. This is nothing more than a repository for scientific papers that have been published. Okay, you can find all the information about any disease or any condition there. Okay, and it's usually free, or at least the abstract is free, and you can download the full paper and read it. Okay, there's also Science Journal. okay? It's Science Journal, there's Nature Journal, Journal of the American Medical Association, otherwise known as JAMA, okay? And there's also the Lancet Journal, okay? L-A-N-C-E-T, Lancet, okay? These are peer-reviewed scientific journals. Peer-reviewed means that the scientists or people who do the studies, they have to submit this to the magazine. They have to submit their findings to the magazine, and then their findings are distributed to other experts within the field. Those experts within the field try and find the flaws. They test it. They see, is this accurate? Is this true? If it passes peer review, then yes, that means there is a scientific consensus on it. That means everybody agrees with it, and it is the best current working model or idea of what's going on, okay? Now, this is completely different than what the media is doing, okay? The media is doing whatever they can to get people to watch them and them only, all right? And unfortunately, in a lot of cases, it leads to a lot of disinformation, bad information, really bad information, just because they're using hyperbolic rhetoric, okay? They're going to the extremes and creating a dialogue, which is wrong, okay? They're doing this so that people will watch them, so they get more viewership, so they get more advertising dollars, and they make more profit, okay? Now, there's two really egregious violators of this, or of journalistic ethics, I would put it. One is MSNBC. They are shit, okay? They are totally biased. You can't get much more biased than they are, okay? They suck. All right, some of the information they give is good. Some of it is bad. Okay, and the other one that is incredibly bad, which is on the other side, equally bad, I would say, is Fox News. They are horrendous. My biggest problem with them, though, is that they are encouraging people to ignore the science, ignore the data, go out and do these dumbass protests, okay? I agree, yeah, we need to have some sense of normalcy. We need to have some kind of economy. But at this time, it's not a good time for that. This is not a good time for doing that. Okay, and yeah, let's go out and protest. Great, that's fine. However, you know, you do have that right. You should go out and protest. However, right now is not the best of time, especially with a highly contagious, transmissible, potentially lethal disease. All right, it's not a good time for that, guys. Okay, instead, write your congressman, your senator, phone them up, give them shit. Okay, your mayor, your governor, whoever you need to talk to, you know, let them know. But going out in public right now doing this just increases the risk of bad things happening. Okay, so keep that in mind, that whoever you get your information from the mass media is most likely highly biased, and in some cases may lead to extremely poor decision making and will endanger your health and the health of those around you, and would probably prolong this crisis and make it worse by increasing the rate of transmission. Okay, let's not do that. That's not a good idea. If we want this to be over quicker, we need to just kind of hunker down, do what we got to do, and suck it up. It sucks. I got furloughed. My job is only part-time. Things are tough for me too right now. I'd love to get back to my regular job, but guess what? It's not going to happen, okay? So let's use a little bit of logic and reason and think it through a little more, instead of listening to these dumbass fucking talking heads who are just going for popularity and viewpoints and trying to get the most views that they can so they can get more advertising dollars, and it becomes basically a self-reinforcing negative feedback loop, okay? So keep that in mind. Keep in mind that anytime you watch any of the mass media, you are being propagandized to. Objective journalism is dead. So anyway, that's about it for now. we're going to finish our 3-mile walk. And in the meantime, remember, keep on prepping.
A man has barricaded himself inside of his house. However, he is not armed and no one is paying any attention to him.